Hi everyone, welcome to InterviewPro. In GitHub Actions, environment variables are key value pairs that can be used to store data. The data can be configuration settings or any information that is required for workflows. These variables can be accessed throughout the workflow, enabling reuse of values without hard coding them directly into scripts. Let's see how environment variables can be used at workflow level, job level, and step level. Workflow-wide variables. These variables are defined at the top level of the YML file under env key. These variables are available to all jobs and steps within the workflow. Job level variables. These variables are defined within a specific job under the env key. These variables are available to all steps within that job. The last one is step level variables. These variables are defined within a specific step, again under the environment key. These variables are available only to that particular step. So let's try and see all these examples in our repository. I have already created a workflow file called env-variables.yml to see examples on environment variables. So this will be triggered on push event on the main branch. And then we have a job called demo, which runs on Ubuntu latest. We have two steps here. First is greetings. We have echo hello interview pro. And then we have another step which gets the comments on interview pro channel. So if you observe, this interview pro is repeated in multiple steps. Sometimes it's inside the script and sometimes it's in the name of the step. So it can be used multiple times in a workflow. Let's try to define this value as a variable, environment variable, at different levels of the workflow. So let me edit this workflow file. First, let's see how to define environment variables in the workflow level. So above job, I'll define environment key and then I'll use variable channel name. Usually, I like to define environment variables in uppercase. Then I'll assign it the value interview pro. So you can put this in double quotes or you can just directly assign the value. By default, all environment variables are strings. Now let's try to access this environment variable inside this job. So I don't want to hard code this interview pro everywhere. I want to use this channel underscore name environment variable. To access environment variable, this is similar to how we access the outputs. Like we have a expression here, dollar followed by double curly braces. Then what are we trying to access? Environment variables. So we have to access this env first. So env dot we are trying to access the environment name, sorry, variable name. So channel name is our variable name, environment dot channel name. You can define any number of environment variables here. For example, count, maybe uh, 1 lakh or 10 lakhs. Then you can access it based on the logic that you want. So here I want only channel name. So I have only one variable name. I'll copy paste the same thing in the step name as well. So you can use these environment variables inside your scripts or inside the uh, workflow such as name and anywhere that you want to use this environment variable. So here we used at job level. Inside job, we used it in two different steps. So let's see how it works by committing these changes. So we are pushing code to main branch. That's why it triggered this workflow. If I open this, it is waiting for the agent to take this job and the job is completed. So if we look at greetings, we see hello interview pro and we see the name of the step is also get comments on interview pro. And if you look at this by expanding any of your scripts, you see environment colon channel name. So you can see environment in every step because it is defined at the job level. Now let's go back to the workflow. To understand this workflow level environment variables, let me define another job here and try to access the environment variable. So I'll define another job called job 2. This also runs on Ubuntu latest. I'll simply copy the same steps here and I'll say hello InterviewPro from job 2. Let's commit the changes. This will trigger the workflow. Now we have two jobs, demo and job 2. If I open job 2, this is waiting for the runner and this is completed. So if you look at greetings, we see hello interview pro from job 2. So if you define environment variables at the workflow level, you can access it in all of the jobs defined in this workflow. Now let's try to use this environment variable inside job. So we are defining it at the job level now. And the rest of the code remains the same. But notice that we used environment.channel name in job 2. Now we are moving this environment to job 1 demo. I'll name it job 1 for easy understanding. So now we move this environment to job 1. Let's see what happens to this environment variable in job 2. Let's commit the changes. Go to actions. Now we see job 1 and job 2. So job 1 is completed and we still see Interview Pro, and if you look at the step we have environment, and then if we open this we have this name in the name of the step, and inside the script we see environment. When we go to job 2 and open greetings, we don't see anything hello and space from job 2 because this environment variable is not available. That's why we don't see any value here. By default it will print an empty string. So this is how we can use environment variables at job level. Now let's see what happens if we move this environment variables step level. So let me copy and paste it inside the step. Okay, now we have this environment channel name only in step with name greetings. But we are using this in other step and also other job. We have already seen that it won't be available outside this job. So let me just remove this job too. Now let's see what happens to this step 2. So commit actions. The job is triggered. Now if I open greetings, we see hello interview pro and I can see env here. If I open, if I look at this step 2, get comments on, it's supposed to print interview pro, but we see empty string because the environment is now available only to step 1 because it's defined at step level. If you look at this script, now we don't see here environment. We see environment channel name here, but not in step 2 because it's at step level. So this is the difference between environment variables defined at the workflow level, job level, and step level. So in all our examples, we have been using $env dot variable name. So in case you are using a partial, you can use this syntax, or you can directly say $env colon channel name in case of partial. So if you are using normal bash, this is fine. In normal bash, we have other syntax, like you can directly say dollar and access channel name. So let's try using this syntax. Instead of curly braces, I'll simply say dollar channel name and commit the changes. Actions. Now we see hello interview pro here. This is our script hello dollar channel name. We see hello interview pro. Here it did not identify this as an environment variable. We see dollar channel name here. So here dollar channel name doesn't work because this is not bash. Only the code within run is bash or partial or any other language. But this step is specific to workflow. So if you want to use environment variables within the workflow specific code, use env dot syntax. Otherwise, you can use the language specific syntax. So, environment variables in GitHub Actions provide a powerful way to manage your data within workflows. They enable sharing of data across different parts of your workflow and allow the flexible and reusable configuration. I hope the concept is clear. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to Interview Pro. Thank you.